Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining Northern Stamper. I have taken over. Tina Kovergich is no longer here. Today, I have decided to come and take over. My name is Roger. Thank you for joining me. Tina is a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada, in Ontario, just east of Toronto. Thank you for joining me. If you need to reach Tina, you can drop her an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I'm glad you could join us. Yesterday, she did a poll, and it was decided that we are going to do masculine cards. That's why I'm here taking over to do masculine cards. Woohoo! I'm glad you could join me. Drop a comment below so I know that you're with us. And I want to thank you. If you don't have a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm sure Tina would love to send you a catalog. This is the mini catalog. It is July to December, and it is just filled with a great bunch of Christmas stuff. Ooh, great stuff for making those holiday cards. If you have some questions about what to purchase and what to get, there is also an annual catalog, and it is filled with a whole bunch of goodies to help you. They have gorgeous designer series papers, and there's a variety of different inks. And if you want to get started with your crafting stash, just let Tina know, northernstamper@gmail.com, or comment below, and she'll send you a catalog and help you up choosing what is the best items for you to get. And you don't want to miss this. Awesome. So, welcome. So I just wanted to say, like I said, there was a poll, wasn't sure what to do today. And so we decided to make some masculine cards. And one of them was with the name escapes me. It is with the Blackberry Bliss Beauty paper. This is fantastic paper. I have only a little bit left this morning, so I have to we are going to be doing scraps today. So with that, I love it. I just wanted to show you. Thank you, Jennifer. I wanted to show you one of the cards I had created. Upcoming is Remembrance Day, so don't forget to make cards for those wonderful, wonderful Canadian service people that we have. This one is created with the poppies dies. Fantastic. Poppies don't have to be red. They can be any color you like. Look at that. This one is blue, and underneath it's not stark white. I use Tina used some blending brushes and some color to add some behind the papers. So check that out. Love that cork paper. There it is again. And for a fall card, we decided to do something like that. Isn't that great? We used the sunflower dies and just cut that out. Looks fantastic. Great for Thanksgiving or any type of fall card. So let's get started. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I'm going to be doing 2 cards today, and 2 masculine cards. So let's see how we can go with that. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comment. In the meantime, let's hop you up onto the camera mount, and let's see what we can do here. All right. Don't go away, ladies. All right. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Northern Stamper. Your host will be Tina Kovergich. And if you have any questions, northernstamper@gmail.com. Drop her an email, and she'd be happy to get back to you. So let's make sure that this doesn't slip and slide all around. Let's tape this down, and I'm going to get started. So what I said we are going to do is make them with the Blackberry Beauty cardstock. And what the pieces I need today, I need some scrap paper. So I just used some of this old mat, and I've cut it to a 4 by 5 1/4. I need this double-sided adhesive sheet. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use this. I have got, let's see, got to lift it up, a whole bunch of scraps here, and they are all cut into about just under 1-inch strips. So just to let you know. So I got those. We're going to be using those. So strips of paper, great way to use up a little bits there. I'm going to put these aside. Okay, and I got a little bit more in case, oh, this running away, in case I want to do some more. So we'll add a couple left. This paper is so gorgeous that this is literally all I have left. I wish I could show you more, but this is literally all I have left because I love it so much and I've been using it. So like I said, we've been cutting these up into strips. Okay, put those aside and let's get started with our card. And what it's going to turn out to be, I'm going to show you. It is going to turn out to be like this. So I thought it'd be kind of an interesting idea to get started. Oh, oh, thank you, Janice. Oh, so nice to you. So we're going to be creating this. This is really cool with the strips of paper. And why we need this is we need it to stick to the paper. So like I said, we have our scrap paper, and I'm going to take this double-sided adhesive tape. I'm going to take off one side. See, it says peel here, so I'm just going to peel it off. I already kind of cut this down a little bit. Let me see. It's going to be a little large. So let's cut that down a little bit more. And just cut off the excess. I just don't want it to be too sticky when I work with it, that's all. So I'm going to cut it off. So, okay, I'm going to peel it off. It says peel here. All right, carefully peel it off. And one side, that one's not sticky, so that's garbage. This one side is sticky, so we're going to stick this to the scrap paper. It's the same size. Okay, so there we go. Oh, and I made a mistake already. Okay, what I was supposed to do is actually put these little strips on first. Oh, dear, dear, dear. See, I was so excited. Oh, geez, I wish Tina was here. She'd do a better job. Okay, that's all right because this is double-sided. I can take this off. It says peel here. I'm going to peel this off and expose the second side of adhesive. Okay. There we go. Peeling it off. Now, I should have done it right onto this. So just pretend that this is that paper. So this is all now really super sticky right here. Stay there. And I'm going to start taking my strips of paper. And I am going to start. I'm going to actually turn it this way to make it a little easier. And I'm going to start working from just laying the strips down. Now, if they're directional, I'll keep an eye out and try and keep them in the same direction. So I'm going to put them up one against each other and kind of alternate. Oh, look at that side. That side be really pretty. Let's use that gold side. All right. First day in, and she's going to fire me. So, and we're just going to keep going across. See how it all sticks, right? So this works really well. Working our way across. Checking out which way the direction goes. And butt it up against each other. Now this stuff is super sticky, so if you lay it down, that's where it's going to be. So you got to take a little thought before you oh, that's really pretty. I don't want to use that side yet. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. That one's already on that side. That's on that side. I think I'm kind of limited. Oh, look, that's a gold side. I don't. All right. So lay it down and across. Now I can add a little gold one. Lay it down, across. And I'm just going to keep going all the way till I fill the whole sheet. Okay. Are you with me? There we go. Oh, thanks, Deb. I'm glad you could join us. And Lynn is joining us. Glad you could join us. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I am filled with turkey, so don't make me run. Okay, there's a little bit of gold on this side. And I'm just going to keep going all the way down. I got one piece left. What can I add? Oh, I guess I could always add that last piece. Oops. All right. That was way easier doing it this way. Okay. Oops. Now it's time for turkey soup, I guess. Everybody has got turkey left over. I love turkey soup. Okay, so now it's all glued down onto the one paper, and I have strips that are hanging over, so I'm just going to kind of trim them off a little bit. This is like really super simple. It looks hard, but it is really super simple. Trim these off. This is a very cool design when we're done. I'm actually just going to leave that on there just in case for a little longer. Now, to create the design here, we need to cut this again. I'm just trying to think because I did this a while ago. Cut it again, and we need to place it on a piece of paper. So I'm going to use scrap paper again. Let's grab it out of my bin. And I'm going to cut it to this dimension 5 1/4 by 4. Now, I should use another piece of that adhesive. Now, I would use a full sheet. I don't quite have a full sheet with me, so I'm going to just use the little bits of scrap because I don't want to have to run all the way over. Or I guess I could always glue it. I could always glue it. Let's just glue it. Okay, I'm going to fill this with glue. If you don't have those that adhesive sheet. Can you see? Maybe I'll hold it up a little higher. This adhesive sheet actually works really well, and it does really great coverage. So when you do this, you want to have some type of grid paper around. You can order the grid paper online. It is actually very useful. Okay, so I got my glue all on there, right? I'm going to put this off to the side. Bring in my trimmer. Now I'm going to turn the strips the other way, and I'm going to cut them. And I'm going to cut them at 2 centimeters. First, let's make sure this is straight. We want to make sure everything is straight, so. Okay. All right. 2 centimeters. And I'm just going to cut across. Now it's going to stay together because I use that paper, right? You can always make it at 1 centimeter if you like. Just makes it a little thinner. Now I'm going to keep these kind of in the same pattern as they come off the cutting plate. Can you see? Oh, just want to make sure that you can see. Good morning, Angela. Glad you could join us. All right, keep it going across. Okay, now these ones are a little wider than the first one I did. So, okay, so I got them going across. They're all cut. I'm going to try and keep these in the same pattern that they were. All right, I'm going to bring in my scrap paper, and it's very sticky, so everything's sticking to me. And I'm going to try and line it up and make it nice and square, because what I want to do is I'm going to go up and down based on these little squares. So I'm going to place the first one down. Again, maybe I'll turn it because it's easier. Let's see. Let's bring this up a little bit for you. And I'm going to lay the first one down. I am sticking to this paper like nobody's business. Okay. First one is down. Okay. Then I take the next strip. And I'm going to find where it's going to be. And I'm just going to offset it a little bit. So this is where that grid paper comes in handy. I'm going to offset it, and I'm going to, whoops, butt up again. I'm trying to angle it right on the grid paper. There we go. And I'm going to keep it down. So I've started on the one grid paper. See, it's like it's along the line. And I want to keep that line. So there's about 1 square in between. Take the next one. Okay, so I can see the pattern. And I'm going to go back. And the next pattern, keep an eye on, because I want the same one going all the way across. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. Or you can make it, you can stagger it even more if you want. And look at that. I needed more paper. Okay. There we go. Now, obviously, we need more paper to continue that on. But what we can still do is use this portion and to make a really nice card. So let's cut that off. Okay, trim it up. All right, take these away. And what I'm going to do, because I have that extra hanging off, I'm actually going to trim this right up. Okay, there we go. Toss that in the garbage. And let's get some cardstock. Oops. And mat this little part here. All right. So I'm just going to put a little piece of glue on the back. And I'm going to eyeball it when I cut it out with the trimmer. Okay, let's eyeball it. So it has a nice mat it sits on. All right. So because I only put a little bit of adhesive on, I can now pick it up and just recenter it. I just put the tape on the back just to anchor it a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to get my ribbon. Now I can put it this way and hide. See, there's a little spot here that I missed that I didn't go butt up against. I can take my ribbon and actually just go across like that. That'll actually hide it. So let's do that. Hide our little boo-boo. Nobody will ever know. Okay. And our tape. This is a really fun and easy way to use up scraps. Oh dear, it is time to sharpen those scissors. Wowee. Okay, toss that around the back. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to bring in a nice base. Let's just double check the size of this because maybe that looks kind of big, doesn't it? It is. Oh, 4 1/4. Ooh, it's going to be close. All right. Let's get our little card base started. So that fits exactly all the way up. Wow. I could always turn it. Nope. Yep. Wow, that's pretty close. I like it that way. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that on the cardstock base. Because it hangs off a little bit, I'm going to take off a little bit of the hanging part. This is very tough to do, so just very carefully skim off a little bit off the top and the bottom. There we go. Now you need a very sharp blade to get like that close. Woo! So make sure your blade is always sharp. Okay, double check again. Oh, that fits much better. And let's glue that down. Oh my goodness. The glue's not working. The paper's not working. Okay. I'm going to set this off to the side a little bit. Get it as close as I can. This paper works great for mail cards. And I'm not going to put a frou-frou bow on. I'm just going to put one of those really simple ones on. Like a little shoelace tie. Oops, shoelace tie didn't go very well. Try it again. Pick it apart before you tie it all the way down. Okay. And see, I'm going to cut this off. I think all my scissors need to be sharpened. It's going to be a sharpening day. All right, let's try this again. And there's the bow. There it is. Much better. Okay. Trim off the excess. And all we need to do now is make a little sentiment. What the heck is it with these scissors? Holy cow. Okay. Let's get a sentiment. And because this is a kind of, I'm not using white. I'm going to use very vanilla. Oh, Marie, my son's doing great. Thank you for asking. Apparently, he doesn't want to come back to Ontario. He loves it there so much. So I guess he's doing fantastic. So let's use some of the sentiments from the big wishes here. There we go. And let's just use the, you can use birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see if that fits. Okay, so there's the birthday. Look at that, fits right in there. And can we get the little happy on there too? No, we would have to get a larger one. So you could fit whatever sentiment you want in there. And I'm just actually going to toss in the little thanks. And oops, there we go. And I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss ink to pick up from the cardstock here. There we go. A very simple card, very not like super masculine, like, oh, look, he's out fishing and stuff like that. But my husband doesn't fish and he doesn't hunt, so some of the stamp sets won't work. But this will definitely work for a birthday. There we go. You can add a little bit of bling if you like, or just leave it pretty simple. So what do you think of that? I thought that's kind of a really nice masculine card, not too overly frou-frou. So very simple. What do you think? Do you think you can make that? I love this designer series paper. It is currently out of stock, but is expected in within the next little while. So grab that while it's in. Okay, so let's move on to another card. And I thought, let's use some of this nice fall paper. I really love this, and I'm going to use it on some white embossed paper. So this is kind of like wood grain. I did a wood grain type of paper. And again, we're going to be using strips. So there's the paper, got my pieces, and let's get some strips going. And I'm going to make them about 1 inch long. Okay, let's make a couple. Let's get maybe 2, maybe 3. See what's on the other side. That's blue. We're going to be using blue, so let's just cut these up. So I got blue, and I got that. Let's grab some of this green. You don't have to be exact on these, so that's okay. Just grab a couple of these. All right. And some of the wood grain one. I'll make these a little thinner. Okay, there we go. We got our strips. Got our embossed paper. So check that out. Love that. It's fantastic. It actually works well if you even have different colors. Now, the idea behind this one, what we're going to do is actually take our papers and place them on an angle. Very simple. Just place them on an angle. Now, this one's really thick, so let's just add a little brown one in. Up a little bit. All the way across. And a blue one. Add a little bit of blue in there. Again, all the way across. This actually, I think I'm going to cut a little bit thinner because I like the thinner look. This way I can get more in there. And add some adhesive on there. Don't forget to join me in some of the events I have coming up. I have my end of line bingo and games night coming up, so check that out. You don't want to miss it. I have lots of items that I'm going to be using as prizes. So check that out. It's my retirement bingo and retirement games night. One in December and one in November. Okay, add some adhesive again. Oops, it's sticking over, so I'm going to just tie it down. There we go. Another blue. If you don't like the really thin look, you can always make it a little thicker. Okay, and I'm going to end up with one more of the piece like that. These are great for scraps. Love using up those scraps. Okay, there we go. Again, going to trim off the excess. Somebody had asked, how do you sharpen scissors? You know what? Join me on the community page. Let's do a scissor sharpening day this week. I will show you how to sharpen all your scissors. So there we go. We got that. And let's add a little sentiment. Okay, I'm going to add, let's grab it from the big bin of leftovers. Let's see what we got in here. Woohoo! Oh, you know what else? Oh, look at that. There's some embellishments we can use. All right. We got this one. Oh, that one looks kind of nice. Let's see. These are all the ones that I had cut and I, kind of have left over. Oh, there's one with a little tag on it. Let's check that out. I think that's a little small, don't you think? That might work really well with a ribbon. So that one. What else? I like to have a variety. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh. There's one like a postage stamp, but it kind of gets lost. Could move it up. But you know what? We could always use our blending brushes and go around the edges. I actually kind of really like this one. And then what we'll do, oh, look at that. Embellishments. Let's grab some ribbon. Is this the right ribbon? Oop. Let's try a different one. Oh, look at that. This is from what I cut out a couple of weeks ago. Oh. I thought I had some brown ribbon in here, but guess not. All right, so. All right, I will add some ribbon after. Actually, I really like this this leaf. This was from a die set. The leaf die set that I used a couple of weeks ago. So let's use a little bit of this. It was an extra, so that's why it's in the bin. Pop these out. This is going to look just perfect. See, that's why you keep all your little scraps. Who else keeps all their little scraps in a little container and then goes to that first before you start cutting things out? So, am I the only one that does that? I hope I'm not alone. Comment below if you do this too. All right. I'll pop this up. Oh, this is going to look fantastic, actually. And, hey, we got gold ribbon. Can we use the gold ribbon? I don't know. All right. So I got the sentiment. Let's add a sentiment on here in Night of Navy. Let's see if the thanks fits in here. From Biggest Wishes. There we go. Look at that. Biggest wishes on everything. Okay. And gonna go like this. Let's add our little leaf behind. Okay, gonna put that on. And I'm gonna actually just glue that down with some adhesive. And did you see that they have these little bitty holly leaves? Come on. Got these great little holly leaves. We can add them to this on the back. It's gonna look really great. It's gonna pull out some of that gold. Okay, we'll kind of go around a little bit and we'll flip it over and see if it needs some more. Oh, look at that. What do you think? Oh my gosh. And we'll add in front, behind. I really like it behind. Okay, let's add that in. All right, let's go a little wild with these holly leaves and add some to the peeking out from the bottom. What do you think so far? Okay, one. Yeah, I know I'm adding a lot of tape here, but don't worry, we'll have it popped up on dimensionals. Okay, what do you think? And we want 3, otherwise it's just going to look a little odd. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, check that out. That's so fantastic. Okay, so let's get these up on dimensionals, which are somewhere on this desk. Somewhere. Okay. Up on dimensionals. Let's add another dimensional right under there to secure it really well. And maybe we'll just add some gold ribbon from the first one, because now we have our gold leaves, right? Pull that up. Or if you had blue ribbon or twine would work really well too. Okay, let's add that. Don't want to make my knot too tight. So, and then I'll use my little dots to hold those down. Okay, let's pop that up. This is going to look fantastic. And because we embossed the white, it's definitely going to add, should we go up or down? Add a little bit to the card there. Okay, so let's get our little convincing dots, our AKA little adhesive dots. You'll notice I put a little ring on it to hold it. And that one's okay. Do we want to turn this one? Do we want this one to go a certain way? I'm actually just going to stick it underneath so it doesn't roll around. And let's see how it just goes by itself. That's actually pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. And get our card base. And I'm going to pick up the Knight of Navy. That looks wrong, doesn't it? That looks wrong. Okay, let's cut a card base. Okay. Our Knight of Navy. There we go. I'm going to pop this on. I always like to double check before I glue anything. Oh, that looks fantastic, actually. Wow. Add some glue. That's way too much glue, actually. Pop it on. And if you have any embellishments, now these are the matte decorative dots from the annual catalog. Let's see if I could add a couple of the, oh, look at that. Or let's try this one. Oh, the blues are really nice. Oh my gosh, I don't know which one to use, blues or greens. They kind of really add something, don't it? Let's just go with this one. Add a little bit. Where are we going to put this? Surely, this is the tough part. I never know where to put it. Yeah, put it over there. What's really cool about these are they are kind of ombre color. See, they go from dark to light. So you could choose any one of those. And there we go. What do you think of that? So those are the 2 masculine cards I decided to do today. Just using strips. What do you think? Isn't that fantastic? That turned out really well. And look at that. A scrap, some scraps, you know, just from my little bin. There we go. Some extra scraps there. Like I said, you can always take it up a notch by adding a little bit more. So hold on a second. Where is my... I want to say a proper goodbye. Take a look at those. Which one do you like best? And don't forget to follow. Don't forget to follow Dina this week as we do some more masculine cards. What do you think? See you next time.